Hi, this is Maria from the Tarot Shop, and in this video we're going to take a look at the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. This is a Hay House produced deck, and it is a 44 card deck with a guidebook. The box is shaped in this way because when you pull it apart, I'll show you in a second, they suggest that you use it to either hold your altar cards or to use it as an aid when you're reading. So that's the box. I've never seen a box like that actually. So there's the box and the guidebook. Before we go through these, I will say that when I opened them, actually, as somebody who's used to looking at cards, I was taken by surprise really with regards to how there was an energy within these that I had never considered before I looked at these. If you think about roses and how they appear during times of need and how people give roses as a gift, the energy around it just makes the most tremendous sense that they absolutely should have their own deck. So as I said, it had been nothing that I'd considered before, but I do love roses, and it just seemed to speak to me. I was like, okay, I do believe that if you look at this is something that will move you when you get your hands on them, because it did me. I stopped and had a really good look at the book. So this is the Rose Oracle, Rebecca Campbell. At the beginning of the book, she does, I won't go into, because I think it's something you should read actually. She has got she's gone into, if it interests you obviously, she goes into roses and then talks about the energy behind the rose, about how in nature, what inspired her effectively, the ancient roots of the rose, about the history of them, sacred and mystical associations of the rose, because we know we have the Rosicrucians. I mean, there's roses all over our royal signal. So, and also we use them in tarot a lot. So, to say, not really anything I thought about. I'm sure somebody else will have done, but I must have skimmed over that. A healer for changing times. So in the first part of this book, she talks tremendously about the rose, and then she tells you about how to use, remember I showed you that actually that's how to, they suggest doing readings using that box rather, and then you go into the cards. So let's have a look at the cards and see if they speak to you. So that's the book. Tells you quite a bit about Rebecca. The first card that you have is, please excuse the light. The sun cannot decide whether to come out or not, and I put the lights on and off, and anyway, so I figure let's just have a look at the cards. But if you see the light change, it's because of where we are. The Rose Oracle Attunement. Mother Rose, you who were present long before we, and you who will continue after we're gone, bless this oracle and all who use it. So she gives you an attunement that you read. On the back of this card, you find the Rose Oracle Attunement Altar card. You can use the attunement to ritually connect with your oracle and Mother Rose each time you use it. You can find a free visual and audio ritual version of the attunement at theroseoracle.com. So that's from Rebecca. I mean, the lovely little free gift. And now let's take a look at the cards. Just before we look, those are the backs. So all the way, they are very sturdy to hold in the hand, quite large, standard oracle actually. So in comparison to tarot, I would pull a card a day if this was me. Also look at the way that she's recommended doing the readings. So I believe she has moved out of the city and into Glastonbury. So these were basically created in Glastonbury, so Avalon as we call it, the Mound of Avalon. After the rain, I won't read through them all because it'd be nice for you to have a look without hearing me. You can see the woman behind here. They're very muted. Some of them are quite striking, but as a whole, the energy is very soft and gentle and healing and embracing. And that's clearly what she's designed or tried to do with her design. The child within, you can see the little one there. Sorry, they stick together slightly when they're new packs and they're not used to being handled. Oh, gorgeous. The colour, green is one of my favourite colours. Come to me. Oh, they're not playing well, are they? Crowning. It's gorgeous, isn't it? The grandmother. They seem to be an A to Z, obviously, as we're going through them. Great mother. Sorry, I should have. Oh. So you've got the name of the card held, and then underneath it gives you the description, which I do love with oracle cards for beginners. Sureness of the soil, unseen help, support and community. Perfect energy cards. Oh, the Holy Grail, stop the endless searching. There's a message on every single one of them. Got like pearls around here as well, a little diamante. The Mystic Rose. I like this. Look, plant yourself here. Grounded action. That's actually one of the things that we need to all work on a lot more. It's so difficult sometimes. We're so in our heads that we need to stay grounded. And then I guess this is the energy of the whole deck, isn't it, really? It's about the rose. Grounding, healing, loving, embracing. And rose garden. I don't know what inspired her to do, you know, the energy behind each of the cards. I can see some alignment here with possibly some major arcana energies. Sophia, you know that Sophia means wisdom. There's that light again. You can't decide whether to come in or out. Never mind, we'll take it with gratitude. Thank you. That's lovely, isn't it? It's very like Egyptian. The thorn. We're coming to the end of these now. Oh, very calming they are to look through as well. So those are the Rose Oracle by Rebecca Campbell, a Hay House produced deck of 44 cards and a guidebook. Okay, thank you for your time.